Mine and welcome back to the video. This video is going to be a little bit different and I'm gonna make a regret tier list. This is not to like hate on anyone who likes the characters that I don't like. I have a personal playstyle that I enjoy and you might have a different playstyle you enjoy. So yeah, let's just have some fun. Here are all the characters that I own and I ordered them just by release date. So let's start with Klee. She's so cute. I love her model and everything, but her playstyle just feels too clunky for me. I don't think I would get her again. If I got her like on really early pity or something, I would be happy to try her out. Then Tartaglia, he has the same issue that most of the on-field DPSs, especially the early ones, have. Their playstyle is literally just spam your left mouse button to just normal attack spam. I don't really enjoy it that much, so yeah, I don't think I would get him again. Whereas for Zhongli, I have to say, I would definitely get him again. Maybe I won't put him in ST like 80. He's not my favorite character, but I would definitely get him again. His shields are just so good. I'm a new player. I need them. What else can I say? I think the only thing that I would prefer is if he was a different element. Geo is just kind of unsatisfying, the reaction. If it was like Dendro or something, that would be way more fun. Yeah, and Ganyu, I don't really use her as an on-field charge attack DPS, but she has a fun playstyle where she's just a burst DPS. The only issue for that playstyle, however, is it's still just cryo, and cryo is just in an awkward state right now. I never really play cryo teams or freeze teams anymore. I would get her probably again if I had already gotten all of the characters in S and A tier, then I would still probably go for Ganyu. As for Eula, no thank you. I don't like normal attack, and it's not just because normal attack is weak in Genshin, or physical, sorry. In none of the games I play physical normal attackers. I just don't like that playstyle. I'm a mage player. Yeah, that's just not that satisfying to me. Kazuha. I actually don't like him that much. If I need a VV shredder, I would rather play Sucrose. In all my teams, I don't even need one. The main thing that I don't like about Kazuha is I don't see anything in his burst. I would get him over Klee, but I don't think I would get him. Ayaka. She's kind of going in that same region, I would say. Cryo being the issue, and also you can miss your burst and then where's your damage kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just you have to play well and I'm not good at playing well. Simply put like that. I also really don't like her personality in the story. I prefer it if the characters are a little bit more interesting and have a little bit more nuance and they don't instantly just love you and do everything for you. I think that's a little bit boring storytelling wise. That's also really important to me. Like, the gameplay is obviously number one, the visuals and the story is also important. That's why I like Yoimiya so much. She's really cute. She used to be one of my mains, but she's also one of those people who just press E and then you just spam your left mouse button. Now that there are just more characters where I don't have to do that, I'm not really using her anymore, even though I like her personality and I like infusing normal attacks with elements. I think that's a fun playstyle. That's why I love Catalyst so much. I would get her if I have Frame of Gems left over. And then for Raiden, I would definitely get her again. I think I would get her over Zhongli, only for the Hyperbloom playstyle though. But I love her design. Purple is one of my favorite colors. She's objectively pretty. Her animations are pretty, even though you only see the E. Whereas Kokomi, I like Kokomi. I like her design. She looks cute. I like that pastel like aesthetic. But because her E is stationary and her burst, she needs uptime to just, you guessed it, normal attack spam. It's just not for me. I don't like stationary things. I like to move around a lot. Yeah, I don't want to on-field my healer, you know what I mean? I want to on-field my damage dealer. So I actually think I would not get her again. I think I would get Klee over Kokomi actually. I think the thing for me is that there are just so many better healers that I like more. Whereas damage dealers, I don't know, it's like a fun new playstyle, you know what I mean? And then you can just slap any healer on. Shenhe. I don't really like her design, but I do like her personality. Her story quest, I still have so ingrained in my mind. I was like shocked how deep and tragic it went. I wasn't expecting tragic stories like that in a video game, you know what I mean? She is fun when you want to play a freeze team, I would say. She's either low B or high C. B is kind of the tier of, let me change that actually. B is kind of the tier of I would get again once I have S and A tier. C is more like I would only get if I get it on low pity and I wouldn't really be mad. And then A, I love them. And then A is just my favorites. D I would never get again. I think that makes sense, right? So I think I would actually only get her if I have primal gems left over and I get a low pity. I wouldn't like invest and grind to get her. Whereas Oh my god. She's my favorite. She's really pretty. My favorite color is pink. She's a catalyst. My favorite weapon type. She is not an auto attack spammer. My favorite playstyle. And if I ever have to auto attack, oh my god, her animations are so beautiful. I also like her personality, that she's not too nice. I like the morally grey people more in media and like books, TV and things like that. So next, Ayato. I love Ayato. I would probably get him again, but he's still benched. I'm actually considering getting Xianyun and also Xianyun C4. I'm not getting constellations for my 5 stars really. I'm considering getting constellations for Xianyun just because she's so cute. That just means another competitor for Ayato. Another Hydro on-fielder. I love him. I love his playstyle. Like, he's the reason I know that that's the playstyle I now want for all of my characters. But now they have actually made more characters like him. He was like the first one and the only one for a long time like that. I don't have a team for him. The only thing is, in the Imaginarium Theater, this is his time to shine. I'm honestly considering making him a burst support just so I can slap him on my other teams and see him more often. Then Yelan. I know she's good, but she's only good if you do normal attack spam. The design is a mess to me. The only thing is, this order makes sense. If I get Yoimiya, I would also get Yelan. You know what I mean? Nilou. She's kind of along the lines of Ayato. I actually like her, but I never end up playing her. I think I will put her lower than Ayato. I would get Ayato over Nilou, but I would also get Nilou over like Ganyu. Maybe I need to make like a middle tier of people that I love, but they are benched. Okay, so Ayato and Nilou can go in there. And then Nahida, again one of my favorite characters, and they two work so well together. Dendra's my favorite element probably, and she's just so good. Like, so good for especially like one wave scenarios where it's like a tanky enemy. The best Dendra player, what can I say? And she's adorable. Baizhu. I didn't get him originally. I got him without really thinking about it when Furina was released, just because he worked with Furina, and I actually absolutely love him now because for multi-wave content he is the king, and I want to get his C2 to get a little bit more Dendra application. And he heals. He gives you a resistance to interruption. I actually really like him. I just don't like his design. So he's not my favorite, but I absolutely love him. Then Neuvillette. I think I actually love him more than Nahida. He is exactly my playstyle, and I absolutely love his story, design, personality, his voice. Oh my god, I love his voice so much. Voices are also really important to me, and he has such a calming voice. Next, I'm not a huge fan of her, but she's just really strong. I would definitely get her again. I would get her like last. Xianyun. I do like her, but she's kind of benched as well. I really hoped that I would enjoy the playstyle she enables, the plunge playstyle. I have to admit to myself that I also don't like that playstyle. She's a good VV shred healer still, even if you're not doing the plunge playstyle. I think I would get her over Kazuha, also for the overall mobility. Clorinde. Do I like her more? Ooh, do I like her more than Nahida or not? That is a question. I'll put her behind Nahida, because if I had to make an aggravate team without her, I could still use Fischl, Yae, Nahida. Playstyle I love. It's basically an improved Ayato, and Ayato's playstyle is like my favorite playstyle. She's Electro on-fielder, so she slotted perfectly into my favorite team, which used to be Yae, Fischl, Nahida, and then some sort of sustain. Now she just replaced Fischl, and it's even more fun. No regrets. I also got constellations for her. She's my first C2, and I have no regrets. Mualani I actually only got because I wanted to get Chevre's constellations on Kinich's banner, but I was already at really high pity when I was trying to get Navia and Xianyun. So I knew I would get a 5-star while trying to pull for Chevre's constellations. So I just got Mualani because I was interested in her more than Kinich. I never use her. She feels weirdly clunky to play. I know they also fixed some of her normal attacks now. She misses her ult, having to go back and forth to hit an enemy 3 times. It feels really weird to me to play. I don't know. It feels really clunky. The only thing I absolutely love her for is the Natlan exploration. You have to keep in mind this. It's only an Natlan. I used it in an Azuma to get over water, and it was really short, her uptime. So I would get her over Klee. And also her teams so far aren't that fun, but I know that might change once the Pyro Archon is released. I'm also not a damage per screenshot player. I'm quite a like almost dot player, I actually don't look at numbers on my screen. All I see is just something popped up. I don't read the numbers. And so in like Hyperbloom and things like that, loads of little numbers pop up. But to me, it's just loads of numbers. It's pretty. Yay! Endorphins. And whereas one big number, I wouldn't even notice it, probably. But it's still better than normal attack spam. What just lets her down, why I wouldn't get her, whereas maybe I would get Yoimiya, is that she is a Hydro DPS. And I already have Neuvillette, I already have Ayato, and I'm probably gonna get Xianyun. I just realized that my only DPS are Electro and Hydro that I like. I do want to get Navi at some point, so I would have a Geo DPS. Quite few elements that are up here actually. Moving on to Kinich. When I saw his trailers, I was excited for, again, another alternate on-field DPS with a different playstyle. Fun. Yeah, it's a normal attack spam. I would not get again. I'm sorry, but I moved Ayaka, Klee, and Kokomi down because this was getting just kind of too crowded. And there's like a bigger gap between Kinich and Ayaka than Kokomi and Tartaglia. The rest is standard banner, so I'm just gonna put them how much I like them. Yeah, I do like Jean for Furina teams. Never use her, but she's not a bad option. I don't like you. Diluc was actually my favorite, my first ever 5-star, and I also got his weapon. I felt obligated to main him. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm I'm past those days. Dehya I do really like. The only thing that I don't like is the uptime on her field. I did get her C2 recently. Still, I'm hoping for the Pyro Archon to basically be Dehya plus with longer uptime, but still resistance to interruption and just off-field pyro application. I actually think I like her more than Zhongli and Furina, now that I think about it. Then Qiqi, no thank you. She was also on my first team with Nilou and Barbara and Kea. She's cute. That's all I can say. Tighnari, I don't like his playstyle or his design. And then Keqing. I actually used to play Keqing a lot before I had Clorinde, so I would say love but benched. That's kind of where she's sitting at because Clorinde is just a better version of her almost. And then Mona. I actually don't have an opinion about Mona because I never use her. Here? Like, I don't hate her, but I don't even know how she functions. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and see you guys soon. Bye!